Okay. That means we are live right away. The only question is whether people can actually hear you, but we'll just have to solve that when we go ahead. But Vanen is just getting ready with random fact time, but it is in fact Dungeon World time. Very good to see everyone in again, and very good to see everyone here. Jex's, Fub, the Magic Coffee Queen, and Hothor as well.
Yo, yo, yo.
I guess, Jex's, whenever you want to get started as a DM, we can get going.
Right, that's me.
Oh, Vanen can hear me? The question is whether he can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear. I heard Jex's just now.
Yeah, alright, cool.
Perfect. Then we can get going.
Jex's audio confirmed.
That's the
when
important
we last left our intrepid heroes,
Question mark?
question mark. We saw them, have a heroic fight with a large number of undead people. They managed to drive them off back into the barn from whence they came, and set it on fire like true heroes. Our band of misfits decided to camp where they were, figuring that the danger would have now passed. And I think that's where we'll start. You're sitting around a campfire, I guess. This is where you heal up any wounds that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, you'd heal up only half of your maximum HP, but I'm a kind and forgiving GM, and since last time was the first time we played, I'll give you that one.
Praise be to Morn.
So I go from nearly dead to suddenly going, that feels better.
Yeah, exactly. Also, if anyone has 8 XP, which I doubt, but you never know.
I'm halfway there.
Halfway, alright, well, you filled a lot.
No, I got a lot of XP from the end of last session.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I think I had 3 XP.
I did fail a lot as well.
You had 3 barometric, yeah, that's correct. But anyway, if at any point you have 8 XP, so it's 7 plus your current level.
Oh, rubber jackets.
Confirm the DM is actually an animatronic robot that we constructed to do this for us.
Indeed.
How about now?
Yes,
that's
you're a
good.
human.
Okay. Playing in weenie mode, what happened to Death March? Well, we'll get to that later, don't you worry. But if at any point in time or in this game you have a 7 plus your current level in XP, you can take a small amount of time, half an hour of rest, to level up, and then if you actually level up, we'll discuss how you do that.
Okie
dokie. So yeah, you're sitting around a campfire. What do you do?
I think I sob gently when I think nobody's looking. I've been through some stuff.
I'm probably, clutching my talisman that has... I was probably a bit shaken in that last fight, where I thought that the talisman was going to be there, then it wasn't, and then it returned to me. So I'm sort of clutching it to my chest, sort of muttering some words to Morn, praying that my talisman doesn't leave me.
I'm sitting by the fire, bow across my lap, and an arrow stuck in the ground before me, ready to grab. I sit with my back to the fire, peering into the darkness.
Nice. So, I guess this would be a discern realities roll.
Oh, yeah. Discern reality for Hazel.
Which is is it 6?
That's a 6. He's rolling.
Plus your wisdom.
Wisdom. My wisdom bonus is 0.
All right,
so that's a 6.
Mark XP.
Stop.
For anyone watching, a 6 or lower is a fail, and the player is at my mercy. But you get to mark XP, so that's good. Tracy, I think
Yes.
you are wandering through the fields and you've seen the large amount of crows circling overhead a farmhouse. You notice the glow of a fire, and you also notice three figures sitting next to the fire. A very small, obviously halfling male with a bow in his lap and an arrow in front of him who's peering into nothingness. A bard who appears to be crying, and a cleric who who's trying to wander. You can't really tell what he's doing. Really, he's holding something in his hands. I think you managed to sneak up on them. What do you do?
Jumps out of the bushes. Boo!
Just thief is looking right away. Just a paladin of full armor just walking behind him.
Quiet! I am sneaking up on them.
I suppose I would say hello to camp.
All right.
I cry out girlishly and sort of out of fright just toss my songbook in the air like ah!
And I think you've drawn the attention of everyone. Tell us what you look like. What do they see?
I may need to move locations actually. I have fiery eyes, styled hair, a worn holy symbol, and a bulky body.
Right. What does that holy symbol look like?
Oh, deep questions.
Is it a necklace? Is it a ring? Is it like a piece of cloth with something embroidered on it? What is it? What do you think it looks like?
It's a necklace.
It's a necklace. All right. And what shape?
If it's an octopus, I am out of here. Because it's either Hail Hydra or it's Cthulhu, none of which is good.
Oh my goodness, Cthulhu.
Is it an overflowing wine chalice, perhaps?
Paladin of Cthulhu, that'd actually be amazing.
It's Cthulhu. We're going with Cthulhu.
All right. Okay. Yeah. It's a necklace of a tentacle.
What's the necklace made of? What's the material it's made of?
Bronze.
Bronze. Okay.
Paladin of Cthulhu.
Just checking.
So it's a bronze tentacled thing hanging from a necklace around your neck.
And
Booze? We're not dead yet.
Yeah.
Jax, your mic is ruined again.
now?
That's
Perfect.
better.
All right. That's weird. Switching microphones apparently works. Cass the Paladin. Who do you worship?
Well, Cthulhu, obviously.
All right, we're going with Cthulhu. All right.
Oh God,
And
no. Oh,
and
no.
what is Cthulhu a god of?
Destruction.
All right.
Oh no.
And what is the precept of Cthulhu? What do you do to honor him? Do you offer stuff? Do you I don't know, help the meek? Dismember them? I can give you a list of precepts if you want, because we can borrow one from the cleric list. Both of them.
Okay, sure.
Oh, I mean, William won't be using it. Let's see. You can choose.
I have them in front of me. Do you want me to read them out?
Wait,
Oh yeah, I have them right here.
Okay.
Let me put
Your
that
your
on.
religion preaches the sanctity of suffering. Your religion is cultish and insular. Your religion has important sacrificial rites. Or your religion believes in trial by combat.
Oh, that's where you're seeing these.
Ooh, trial by combat.
All right. So your
Oh
petition,
no.
your petition would be a personal victory.
Although
Right.
sacrificial rites would have also been good for Cthulhu.
I think all of them could apply.
Yeah.
Cultish
No, but
and
that's
insular. Oh, sanctity. Yeah.
that's just fine. But if this is your precept for the god, then that's fine. You can use that to do stuff. Let's see. Yeah. So there's this band of idiots staring up at you. What
Your
happened?
mic's gone again.
Oh, Jackson.
How about now?
No, it's still.
It's still broken. So yeah, Vanen in chat is saying, trial by
better?
combat. If only the DMV used this.
Is this better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, what happens now? There's 3 idiots looking up at you. You are quite literally a knight in shining armor.
I'm curious as to how Hazel reacts, considering that Hazel was sort of on guard.
It's true.
I let out a yelp of surprise and scramble to my feet and ready my bow very unprofessionally. Sort of fiddle with
You
it.
sort of scramble for your weapons.
Yes.
Try to reach for an arrow, realize you've stuck it in the ground, going for the ground. Just
All right, Cass. Cass, how do you react? What do you do?
I see Thelonious, whom I recognize.
And I stand up, arms outstretched, and begin to walk over to you for a loving. I'd imagine maybe I hear
Completely ignoring the halfling.
I imagine I hear the footsteps of metal armor, but I don't. Maybe I can't see you. Maybe your figure's slightly obfuscated by the fire. Maybe like night blindness. And then I hear your voice call out to me, and I suddenly, I start, and I'm like, Cass, is that you? And I stand up, arms outstretched, and begin to walk over to you for a loving embrace.
Just for my frame of reference, is Cass a man or a woman?
Cass is a woman.
All right. And Hazel is a man, right?
That is correct.
Okay. Good. Sorry.
Your ambiguous names.
What are you playing at? What are you insinuating?
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
And how do you self-identify?
Polonius identifies as an attack helicopter.
Oh yeah, there's this great lumbering sack of flesh coming to hug you, Cass. What do
Yes,
you-
I basically think any incarnation you've ever seen of Friar Tuck, the character from the Robin Hood story, that's basically what I look like.
I think that's the kindest introduction you can give to somebody. A great lumbering sack of flesh.
He's not wrong. Yes, I'm walking towards you, arms outstretched.
I will probably put out an arm to stop you and say, "Hold, good sir."
I sort of look at you and I go, Cass, it's Thelonious. What are you doing? Embrace me, friend. It's been a long time.
I'm holding my fire until I see how this new person reacts to Polonius.
I'll be sidling to behind Hazel if I can.
All right. I see. Maybe you're acting a bit stoic, so I put a hand out anyway. I was like, well, at the very least, let us shake hands.
I shake your hand warmly.
Awesome. I turn around and I say, lower your weapons, Hazel. This is Cass, a friend of mine from ages past. Just considering that we all have said our bonds and things previous, might it be prudent to maybe say the bonds between myself and Cass now? Maybe?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start off with the one I've done then. I said, Cass is as of yet unknown by men of the cloth. I would have her name sung by choirs from here to the setting sun.
Oh, sweet God.
Basically, that's a
amazing.
very fancy way of me saying I think that she is the bee's knees, and I will have everybody know it.
All right, yeah, that's cool. Cass, what's your bond with Polonius?
Thelonious has stood by me in battle and can be trusted completely.
Cool.
And I
Okay.
respect the beliefs of Thelonious, but hope they will someday see the true way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just gonna, because I think Hazel, you resolved one of your bonds last week, and you replaced
Yes.
it with a new one. What's the new bond you have?
Yeah, Hazel was very impressed with the religious trickery that Polonius did, and he wants to see more of that.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Good. So, yeah.
And Hazel lowers his bow,
All right. Cool.
but he doesn't let go of it completely. Just lowers it for now.
Maybe I turn around and I
Still
say,
untrusting.
Baldric, come forth, meet our new friend.
I'm sort of looking around, doing one of those. Oh, me. Oh, yeah. Hey, hi. So, what are we doing here? I mean, creepy person after zombies showing up. Is this okay?
I would probably ask what has been the trouble, because I see the fire.
Yes, so basically what happened was that we were entrusted to Polonius. He was to keep us safe on the road, and he led us straight to this farmhouse where we were attacked by ghouls.
Yes, exactly. I believe he might have tried to sacrifice us to the ghouls.
Hold now. I believe there's a bit of finger pointing that's going on right now. I, wanted to find us a place to stay for the night, and as you can see, sort of gesturing all around, that this was the only house for miles. And, well, one thing led to another, and ghouls were involved, and we destroyed them quickly, and burnt down their house.
Okay, I think we're skipping
Now,
bits in the
Polonius,
story.
I think there's a lot that you're not saying.
Oh yes, I forgot to leave out how Morn the Stoic saved us, and I start going on a tirade about how great Morn the Stoic is.
And I, of course, completely ignore you, as I always do when you go on these tangents.
I'm not really bothered if anyone ignores me. I'm just sort of more, it's like self-validation, essentially.
Ah, yes.
So while he's preaching, I just turned to Hazel and just completely sidestepping, going, so those beans tonight, they were pretty good, right? I mean, I don't know whether it was like the paprika or just there's something different about them. Just while he's doing the entire thing.
Yeah.
When you have this discussion, you hear a sort of echoey cries of an infant. What do you do?
I suddenly go, hey guys, did we forget to check the well when we burned everything down?
We might have, but the well didn't burn down. So
No, the well is way outside of the barn area.
Yeah.
is it nighttime currently? Presently?
Sort of, yeah. Like starting to
Twilight.
twilight. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
I want
Okay.
to sneak up to well, not literally sneak up, but just sort of walk up to the well and just go like, what's that? What's going on
Alright.
here?
I'll sort of tag along. Bow in hand.
I shall join as well.
Baldric, roll a discern realities
Realities,
check
right?
for me.
Yep. Okay.
Baldric's already checked well. This is correct. Yes.
That is
Last
plus-
time you spotted that it was.
Robojexus.
Oh Jesus!
No, Jexus. Okay. So it's 2d6 plus 1.
How about now?
Ah, there we go. Oh, Vane has a good point. Morn the Stoic does remind me of that one alien in Quark's bar.
Yeah.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, I wonder where he got it. Of course it's a 6. It's always a 6.
Well, you get the mark XP. Yes, when you sort of peer down and you try to listen, mostly, you hear more infant cries. There's like a baby, sort of like loudly sort of screaming, but almost. And there you hear on a different layer. You hear there's probably 2 or 3 more
Down the well.
Oh,
down the well. Yes,
I'm extremely distressed by this, by the way.
they seem
bunch
to
of
be
kids.
in well, perhaps not pain, but they seem to be scared.
As I imagine a baby would be down in a well. We can't see down the well.
It's dark.
Okay.
Wait, so,
It's dark,
the
so-
only thing that happens because I rolled a 6 is just I don't see anything?
Yeah.
Okay,
For
cool,
now.
cool.
Okay.
I got to make a move, and I chose to let you know that there were more babies down there.
Okay.
I have a rote called Light, which is an item you touch, glows with divine light, about as bright as a torch. It gives off no heat, no sound, and requires no fuel, but otherwise like a mundane torch.
Yes.
So I shall reach into my pocket, pull out my talisman, mutter a few words, and it begins to glow. And I want to sort of...
all right. No, you need to cast the spell.
Oh, do I? Okay.
Yes. So you roll 2d6 plus your wisdom modifier,
Okie dokie.
and we'll see if you actually get to
That
cast it.
is an 8.
All right. So on an 8, it's on your character sheet under casting a spell. Let's see, cleric.
Okay, I see, yes.
Can't find it.
On a 7 to 9, you cast a spell but choose one. You draw unwelcome attention, the GM will tell you. Your casting distances you from your deity. After you cast it, the spell is revoked by your deity. You cannot cast the spell again until you commune. Well, I mean, let's put this paladin to the test, shall we? I'll choose the unwelcome attention.
Okay. So you cast your spell and you make a light. What do you do with that object?
Well, I sort of want to. It's just my talisman, so I'm holding it in my fingers, and I want to sort of reach down, like into the well. Sort of trying to get as far down, maybe trying to illuminate as much as I can.
Yes. I think as you shine it down, the light travels along the well's inner wall, and you notice that there is, like I said last week, there is a lot of blood, and dried blood, and bits and pieces like fingernails, obviously from people try to climb out of the well. There's scratches everywhere. It's a bloody mess. And when your light sort of reaches the bottom of the well, you notice that there's a shape that's sort of flashes past. I think you sort of you get startled from that, and I'd like you to do a defy danger dexterity check to see if you can hold your ground.
Okay. Let me just remind myself what that entails. Using Dex, you say, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so that will be not a lot. My Dex is exactly 0. 7, right on the money.
I think you
Nice.
the shape startles you, and you do fall into the well, but you manage to sort of cling onto the edge of the well, and you're sort of hanging there. What happens next, guys? What do you do?
Well,
I
I would
grab
grab his ankles.
You want to pull him up? Let's have one person pull him up, and then someone else can maybe help. Or
Okay, so I suppose Cass and I will then, since we both said it at the same time, we'll sort of start towards it, and I'll just immediately go like, "Oh no, you take care of that one." Yeah.
Okay,
That's good.
So, Baldric, you can roll aid, which is 2d6 plus the number of bonds you have with Cass, which is 0.
Okay,
is
so 2d6. I shall roll aid. Bam!
There we go. Yeah.
Whoa.
On a 10 plus, you get to give a +1 to Cass's roll, or a -2.
Oh, I see possibilities.
That's an interesting one. No, I'm thinking I'm going to help in this case. I could drop you down if I want, but I'll go for the +1.
What am I
Right.
rolling?
Okay. In that case, I think Cass, you get to make a Defy Danger Strength roll, and basically, Defy Danger says when you act despite an imminent threat or suffer a calamity, say how you deal with it and roll. If you do it by powering through, which in this case you are, you use Strength.
Okay.
And
What am I rolling?
so it's 2d6 plus your Strength modifier +1.
Plus my modifier +1.
Yeah, so you get the +1 from Baldric, and then the another +1 I think from your Strength.
That's a 10.
Oh, amazing! On a 10 plus, you do what you set out. The threat does not come to bear. So you manage, together with Baldric, who helps out, but it's obvious to you that he sort of fakes it, I guess.
Oh, absolutely.
He doesn't have that much strength to offer.
I'm sort of just holding it, going, yeah, that's it. Good, excellent. Yeah, do it. Put your back in it.
And
Come
you
on.
manage to pull out Polonius's fat body. What happens? What do you do, Polonius?
I imagine I'm, pulled over the cusp of the well. I sort of stumble, panting, and I'm self-right and oh my! There was something down there. It gave me quite a fright. And then I'll sort of, reach up and put a hand on Cass's shoulder and say, "Thank you, friend. Oh, you saved me again."
And I just jump behind you, just doing that whole shoulder thing, and I help too.
And I'll turn around and I'll say, "Oh, yes, Baldric. Thank you as well. You are a true friend."
Meanwhile, I want to peer down the well as well, but with my bow trained downwards, so that because we hear a child sobbing, and then we look down, and I don't trust this.
Right. Roll a discern realities.
Quick
And
question. I was able to keep a hold of my talisman as I stumbled in, right?
yes.
Good. We're not going to make this a habit of every session Thelonious loses
Well,
his talisman.
I could have instead of having you drop in the well, could have sort of made you drop the talisman, but I chose not to.
It's a fun run and gag.
Thank you.
So the discern
that's a
realities
10.
check is a 10. Okay, cool. You get to ask a number of questions. Three questions from the list.
What happened here recently?
Yeah. Like I said last time, a bunch of people were thrown down the well, and a lot of them tried to climb back out and failed. And from the crying of the babies, you can sort of discern that people who've been thrown down may have survived, or at least some of them.
Okay, I call down the well.
You have
Hello?
2 more questions, actually.
There's 2 more questions you can ask.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, what here is not what it appears to be?
That's a nasty question if you ask.
I make it a habit
Nice
of
one.
being nasty.
Nice one.
The cries of the multiple babies seems to be enhanced in some way. There's something off about it.
So it
God, I'm
might
playing
also
Dark
be-
Souls.
You are unsure. You are not sure if there's actually multiple babies down there. There's definitely one baby down there,
Okay.
but the other cries, there seems to be something off.
Wait. The next question should be, is the baby human?
Yeah, there's a limited selection of what he can ask.
Yeah,
Where are the questions?
at the top of the PDF that
It's
you
level
have
1.
with your
Okay.
cleric for your paladin character sheet, it says basic moves. It's page 1.
Oh, yeah, we skipped
On
that
page
in the
1.
explanation.
Yeah, apologies. And there it says discern realities, and if you roll a 10 plus, then you get to ask 3 questions from that list. And the questions are: what happened here recently? What is about to happen? What should I be on the lookout for? What here is useful or valuable to me? Who's really in control here? What here is not what it appears to be.
Okay, I see this now. Okay.
So the question I want to ask about the well is, who is really in control here?
Yes.
It's me, the DM.
Not you.
Yes, that's a standard answer that I've used before, but I don't think it's you. You are not in control here, no. But the cries of the baby downstairs or down the well, and these fake cries have you suspect that there is something down there that is mimicking these sounds. That's something trying to lure you down there. Having said that, there is a baby down there.
Okay.
What kind of baby, though, is the question.
Well, so there's at least one baby down there, and there's also something else which is mimicking the cries of a baby.
Yes, I think that
Probably
yes.
to lure us in or whatever.
Do you know what this is going to be? We're going to be at the bottom of that well. There's going to be one tiny baby that suddenly lights up, and before you know it, the little angler fish comes out and just...
And at the top of the well, we have Patches who closes the well.
There's treasure down there, friend. Take a look.
What you doing around here, boy?
So yeah,
Right, this well, like how? Obviously, it's big enough for me to almost fall down.
yeah, it's quite big. It's a major farmhouse well that's been used to get water for crops and cows and stuff like that. So it's pretty big. I think
Do we know how deep it is?
it's I don't know, about 10 meters or something.
Does anyone have, like, rope or anything?
Sure, I have a rope.
You know what? Yeah, okay.
Now, here's the thing. So, being a human cleric, I have access to one wizard spell. My wizard spell is Contact Spirits. Name the spirit you wish to contact, pull that creature through the planes, just close enough to speak to you. It is bound to answer any one question you ask to the best of its ability. Could I perhaps communicate with the spirits of the dead people down the well?
Well, you can communicate with one spirit.
Well, okay, a spirit.
Can I make a suggestion on how you do it? You have to pour one out for your homies.
Oh, of course. It's the rituals of Vaughan the Stoic.
Go ahead, cast the spell.
I shall cast the spell. Boom, 11.
Nice. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So, what does this look like visually?
Okay. So just after we've Hazel's like peering down the well, and we're all sort of thinking to ourselves, maybe Cass and Baldrick are talking. It's like, do you have a rope? Maybe we get down there. Oh no, there's not enough footing, not enough footing. And I just sort of clutch my talisman and close my eyes and begin to murmur something. And I'd like to think that maybe all of you feel like a chill, like pass over you, like someone's walked over your grave, right? And then maybe my eyes glow instead of like a out from the well.
Yeah,
And I'd like to think, am I the only one who sees this?
I think everyone sees this.
Okay, yeah. So like this blue spectre sort of claws its way over.
I kind of want to imagine the clawing as in The Ring, that you just see, the arms sort of crickety, just...
I think this would be one of those creepy instances.
Yeah. All right, so maybe that Hazel, if you're just like peering down the well trying to see, maybe you just see this blue. Okay, yeah. So like this blue spectre sort of claws its way over.
I kind of want to imagine the clawing as in The Ring, that you just see, the arms sort of crickety, just...
I think this would be one of those creepy instances.
Yeah. All right, so maybe that Hazel, if you're just like peering down the well trying to see, maybe you just see this blue spectre crawling up the side.
Does Hazel understand that this is the doing of Polonius?
I think there's some chanting involved in the cleric casting a spell. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will try to position myself behind Polonius.
Right. Cool. Yeah.
Did you see Vane in the chat?
Yes.
Just out of that well, suddenly. Oh god.
Okay, so yeah,
I'm
you get
diving-
to ask.
I'm diving to the nearest, just wherever bushes or a tree or whatever is, just shouting, "Oh hell no!"
Okay. Okay, so
I stand my ground, by the way. I've seen this before.
so it's standing before me, maybe sort of like groaning and moaning, and I'll say, "What caused you suffering? What ended your life?" Maybe there's like a bit of reverb behind my voice.
Yeah.
Behind me saying this.
It looks you straight in the eye, and you can see agony there. You can see it's been in pain, and it says so. It's like, pain, unspeakable pain, shadows moving, killing everything. The children. Oh God, the children. And then it fades away.
And my eyes, like, dim back to their normal, and I maybe stumble a bit and have to catch myself. And I look around. You all saw that, yes?
Of course, of course.
Most definitely.
From behind a tree, you hear, "I wish I didn't."
Yeah, I sort of slump down a little bit and like, oh, good morn. What shall we do?
There is at least one baby down there. We can't
Clearly, we must save it.
leave it. Yeah.
I mean, we could.
Vulture.
Yeah, I'll shoot, shoot an evil like glare at Baldric, and I
Okay,
say,
we might have.
and maybe I sort of regain my usual jollity and composure, and I go, "Oh yes, do you remember that debt of morals you owe to the world, Baldric? I think we now know.
I don't remember it.
I think now we know how you can fulfill it. Perform this with us, and I will consider you exonerated in the eyes of Morn."
Hold on, does that mean that I'm free to go
Wait a
if I do
second. That
this?
is a very small fee that he's paying, just helping us rescue a baby from a
Hey,
well.
this is a baby we're talking about. This is a moral responsibility that we have to get that baby out of that well.
I
And I
turn to-
promise, when elected, I will get that baby out of that well.
and then we will build a wall.
Around this well to prevent babies from getting in.
Yeah, no, I'll turn to Cass and say, well, the debt that he owes is, well, when we were cast out of the last town, he'd been getting up to some mischief. It was a minor infraction and requires only a relatively small penance.
All lies and slander.
Of course, my friend, of course.
Hazel nodding. Hold on, yes.
And RoboJexus has returned.
Robojexes.
I think at this point we better start getting our rope, friends.
Yeah, does anyone have a rope?
Oh, sure, I have a rope in my backpack.
And, well, as it happens, so do I. I will check one off of my adventure.
Oh, so you have the rope?
I can have the rope.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, I
And
have
I'll-
the rope. Seeing that you had the oil.
Saves a whatchamacallit on Hazel's adventuring gear.
Adventuring gear. Yeah.
Okay. Right. So I think we're all in agreement that we go down this well.
No.
Oh,
We are in agreement that we have to save the baby.
and very well. And how do you propose? You sound like you have a plan, Hazel.
Let's hold a meeting
Not-
to determine the
not-
procedure.
Not necessarily, but I'm not so sure I want to go down that well. I'll cover you from above.
I'll volunteer to go down the well.
And I'll say, as shall I.
In that case, I shall be here composing a ballad about the brave adventures of Hazel, covering the backs of the fools who
I
went
think
into the well.
before you sort of finish your sentence, I'll slap you on the back and say, "Good man, Baldric, coming with us as usual."
So I'm basically, and I shall stay here. Oh.
Yes, pretty much.
By the way,
Yeah.
Polonius, is your light still on?
I don't know. I imagine not, considering that
the spell sort of says that it's on until you, as long as the item is in your possession or in your presence.
Hmm.
So you can dismiss it if you want, but you can keep it on.
Okay. Well, I mean, I did cast the last spell, the Contact Spirits. But that may not over,
As long as it's in your possession, it's
Has
still
no.
good, right?
If I can, I mean, if I can keep it, sure. I mean, I'll keep it up.
Your thing was a coin, right?
It's a large coin. It's probably about the size of like a saucer, no, a bit bigger than that. It's probably like about twice that size.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a talisman, so it's a little bit bigger than just a coin. But it to the naked eye, it would just look like a large coin.
About the size of the amulet that Conan keeps showing everybody to go for. Two snakes facing each other. You know that thing?
Yeah, probably about that size. Yeah.
So, if you want to leave any gear behind, so as to not weigh you down, you can leave it here, and we'll look after it.
I sort of reach down to my belt and sort of pull it up. Like I'm pulling up my trousers. It's like, I travel light, friend. It's all staying with me.
Okay.
The irony that Polonius being light in any fashion.
Yeah, so I'll just say, okay, if we're all going down here, Polonius, how about you go first so that we have a cushion to fall on if need be?
Wow.
I'm sorry, but Polonius is often the butt of my jokes. I have to. My character sheet says
Yeah,
so.
no, maybe it wounds. Maybe that's like Polonius' weakness. Maybe his size. It's being made fun of. Just no matter how thick of a skin he can grow, just sort of a little bit of a twinge. But then he's like, very well. And I'll begin sort of, unpacking my rope from my backpack, tying it around my waist, maybe slinging the other side over, like some rocks or whatever scaffolding the well might have.
Okay. Can we do a small 5-minute break as a sort of cliffhanger moment?
Sure. It's been an
thing.
hour, so we could do a quick break.
Okay. We'll be right back.
Okay. I will try. Okay, perfect. In that case, we are back right now, and I hope the audio is up for everyone else, but I'm sure somebody will complain in chat if it isn't.
Aha, complaining. All right.
Well,
Polonius. Polonius, you were traversing down the well, right?
Sorry, say that again.
You were traversing down the well?
I was, yes.
As was I, yes.
Okay.
But wait,
who's going down
Polonius, are
first?
you insisting that I come with you then?
I am insisting, yes.
Fine, I'll let myself be pressured into it. As in game, I absolutely don't want to go, but me, the player, absolutely wants him to go down there.
So basically, all three of you are going down the well, and Hazel is staying topside.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and you tie the rope to.
Well,
Imagine if you have like sort of
Robo-Jaxers!
beep, boop, beep. It's alright. It wouldn't be a Byronic stream if it didn't have audio issues.
Hello. This should be okay now, I
done.
guess. Imagine
Yeah.
if you have the well. There's usually these two sort of wooden posts on top of it with a sort of tiled roof.
Ah, the ones that
can
usually
easily-
rot away so that the rope will snap and will land in that dungeon. I know what you're doing.
You can easily tie the rope to one of those posts, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Or there could be a tree nearby, and we could tie it to the tree.
You want there to be a tree nearby? Sure, you can tie it to a tree. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I
We'll,
feel a
tree's
little
gotta be
safer
rotten
doing
through.
we'll
that.
tie it to whatever is the most secure.
Tie it to
Okay,
Hazel.
Hazel.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure the
alright.
halfling can pull up Polonius.
In which case, will you have me roll something to see how
No.
well?
No.
No. Okay. I
Not
will
yet.
then like to sort of not yet. In that case, I would then like to abseil my way down the well.
Okay.
Just perfectly smooth abseiling, just super practiced.
Yeah.
This is where you do sort of do a roll.
Okie dokie.
You obviously defying danger,
Uh-huh.
and you need to act fast. So it's a dexterity check.
Okie doke. And that is 7.
Okay.
On the money.
So you are sort of halfway down the well. Everything's going smoothly, and suddenly your feet sort of lose their grip on the slippery, bloody wall. And I'm going to give you a choice. You can drop your talisman all the way down into the well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what's going to happen with it. Or you can keep a hold of your talisman, but lose your footing and fall down.
Okay. How far up, or rather down?
It's about 5 meters down still, so quite a long way.
Okay, but it's not like it's falling into the pitch black nothingness.
No.
Okay.
Also, I mean, your talisman is still emitting light.
Okay. One more. Can I ask one more question?
Mm-hmm.
Can I hear like running water or anything? Like, there's no like stream that's gonna carry my talisman away. Like, obviously.
The ground. No, you would have spotted this going in and looking at it. The well is run dry.
Okay, right. Okay, I will drop my talisman.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you as sort of you slip and
I know it's gone. I'm not getting it back.
you sort of try and keep a hold of the talisman, and it just plummets down. And as it hits the ground, the light goes off as well because it's no longer in your presence.
Yeah.
You are now hanging on a rope in pitch blackness.
Okay.
Okay,
Cass,
wait, I need to check whether I can throw my voice. Because if so, I would like to try and whisper right behind his ear. Just... I have no such skill.
Well, let's have a look.
Well, the DM says.
Falling, I can slide to defend parlay. It wouldn't be parlay.
Turns
No.
out that Baldric
I mean,
actually has history in theatre, and
You can't. No, you can't.
No.
You can't necessarily throw your voice and make it appear as if you're whispering in his ear. That's maybe one of the advanced moves.
Probably.
So
yeah.
it's dark,
Okay.
and you hear
Um,
crying of babies crying.
Um,
I could have a torch out and pass that to Cass, and she could climb down and light the way with the torch.
Sure.
Yes.
I mean, you could
Sure.
just drop the torch down the well. Like it would still hit the bottom.
Yes.
Yes, but would it
Yeah,
still be
the
lit
well is
if it
dry.
drops to the bottom?
I don't know.
But the well is dry, so it probably would be.
Yeah.
I'd say that it would still be lit. Yes.
Yeah. The only reason my talisman went out is because I'm no longer holding it.
Okay. So Hazel is getting a torch out of his backpack and lights it and sort of drops it down. Trying to drop it not on Polonius.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Absolutely fine. No worries.
I
Yeah,
hugged
it,
to the wall.
you Polonius, you notice this torch comes falling down, and you duck out of the way, and it falls to the floor, and it lights up, your part of the well as well, and part of the cavern, or whatchamacallit, down there.
Oh god, it didn't fall on the baby, did it?
You suddenly hear this distinct sound of a burning baby.
Oh, come on. It could be a lot creepy. You could be looking down and see a shape flitting over it, carrying the torch away. You'd be like, what the nope.
So, Polonius, you are halfway down the well, and I think you're sort of descending.
Yeah.
Cass, how close behind are you?
I am directly above him.
Okay.
Okay.
And descending along with Polonius then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and Baldric?
Yeah, I'm a little bit later. I'm imagining that I was trying not to climb down until they noticed and were like, "You're coming with us." So,
Yes,
I'm
okay.
sort of
So-
clinging to it, just sliding down.
I think as you're trying to do that very cautiously, you get to defy danger in a dexterous way.
Oh, hooray! That shall go so well. Defying dangers in a dexterous way. So that is 2d6 plus dex, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me check what my dex is. Of course, it's 9.
Good.
Here we go. Time to die. Nice. I roll a 9. Which means on a 10 plus, you do what you set out. On a 7 to 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. I flinch.
Well, the GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. I think. Yes, I think you sort of let out a shrill shriek
Oh,
as you
absolutely.
start slipping down the rope, trying to sort of grab hold of whatever you can. I think this, as Polonius and Cass sort of look up to see what's happening, Baldric, as you sort of look down, trying to descend and do it dexterously, notice the shadows from around the torch close in on the torch and envelop it.
Wait, what? Oh, God.
As in, do we all notice this or just Baldric?
Well, the light is now snuffed out.
Do we all see the sort of the shadows?
No, this is only
Okay.
Baldric. Yeah.
All right. I went metagame.
Okay. Firstly, I let out a little nervous fart. And, look, this is high-level role-playing here.
Seriously.
And I just look down and go, guys, did you shadows?
I think Hazel would have seen this as well, or are you not looking down the well?
Yes. No. I was looking down the well.
Okay, then you
with
would
my
have seen
bow
this
at
as
the
well.
rudder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I want
to
to loose an arrow on the torch as they close in.
All right, roll a volley.
A volley is with dex, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
I have +2 on dex, so that's an 11.
Okay. I need to grab my. talk amongst yourselves.
This
So,
is going
Padraig,
so well.
how are you?
Let's see, where is it? Oh, there we go.
I'm nope.
Okay.
Right now.
So yes, it's a long time.
Okay,
What are you up to?
Hazel, you can roll your damage.
A 4 plus 2,
So that's
mind
six.
you, that makes 6.
Yeah. Your arrow seems to hit something. And
Ow.
what you hear is not so much ow as
Okay.
Hey, everybody, if I can make a suggestion, it's down here in a well. We could also maybe just leave.
I think
The baby.
instead of your arrows hit-
Robojexus.
Go to the inn like right now. It's sorry about the baby, but there's others.
Yeah, note that the
Life is alive.
is this better?
That's better.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
For
I
time
think
being, at least.
instead of your arrow sticking out of something, you just see it pass through the shadow.
Okay.
Look, clearly we can't fight whatever this is. We've given it our best. We could go to the inn like right now. It's sorry about the baby, but there's others.
Yeah, and note that the baby's cries are ongoing. They're constant.
Okay.
Hazel is getting his dagger out, so if anything nasty comes up the rope, he's prepared.
Oh, you
Can I
Really?
see that? Can I see that?
Well, that he grabs his dagger?
Yeah.
I think you'd be too focused on the shadow, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm not cutting yet, but I'd like to be prepared.
So it's all just hanging here.
I'm going to continue down.
It's dark.
The baby's cries. You say they've been ongoing. Have they been ongoing to a point that it's almost like there's an audio clip on repeat, right? Is it like
No,
very
it's real.
very samey? Oh, it's right. Okay, right.
It's real. There's also these echoes of the other babies. And those do sound like they're on a loop, like something is mimicking
Yeah.
the baby's cries.
Thelonious, for the love of Cthulhu, continue down.
All right. Well, I look up and I sort of see Cass, and I sort of I nod to her, and I want to for the last maybe 5 meters, I want to sort of let the rope sort of slide through my fingers and right down right fast.
Okay.
Wow.
And I want to say, Geronimo!
Yeah, do a defy danger Constitution check.
Constitution, awesome. I can actually put some extra numbers into that one. Let's see, what numbers can I put into it? I can put a 1 into it. That is an 8.
Okay. You land ass first on top of something, and you feel some sort of resistance, and then you sort of sag. No. Not yet, guys. Not yet. You feel some sort of really slight resistance, and you think, I'm fine. This is quite good. And as the moment you sort of think that, you fall through and you slam on the ground, and you look straight into these burning red eyes, surrounded by some sort of shadowy form.
Daddy?
But most of it, you can barely see, but you can see the light of these red eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I let out an, oh dear. So I imagine that you guys up top, you just hear a, Geronimo! Oh dear!
Yeah.
Yeah. Do I
I
get to
suppose
exit
at
again,
this
or-
point I should probably shout down to him, "Are you all right?"
Help!
Yes, and as you shout help, you notice these eyes coming closer. And by their light, you see these sort of a mouth form out of shadow, basically, with very, very sharp teeth trying to cling on to you. What do you do?
Cass, he's lost to us. We can go.
Yeah.
We can go. This is it.
I recite my own eulogy.
Too old he was.
Can I jump down to assist?
Definitely, but you can roll your aid right after we decide what Polonius does.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to use my signature move of curl up like a ball and attempt to roll away.
Okay. Then, Cass, if you want to help, then you can roll 2d6 plus the number of bonds that you have with Polonius.
Which is 2, I think you have.
The number of bonds I have with him is 3, I believe.
3?
Actually. No, did I only have 2?
I think 2.
Yes, 2. Okay.
One about
So-
understanding my beliefs, and the other one about that we fought together, I think. That's what you said.
It is a 9.
Cool. So I get
9. Okay. On a 9, let me look this up. You do help, but you also expose yourself to danger, retribution, or cost. So we'll figure out what happens. All right.
Okay.
After Polonius fails his roll.
but I get a +1. So I imagine we'll just use this as a defy danger.
Yeah, this is a defy danger dexterity check.
Dexterity. Okie dokie. With an extra +1. Oh, that's a 4.
You get to mark XP.
XP! My signature move doesn't seem to be working.
At least you'll be leveling up quickly if
I
you
think
survive.
I think what happens here is that Cass tries to help and speeds down the rope. And in the last meter, you sort of let go of the rope and you bounce on top of the on top of this shadowy form, also sagging through it, right on top of Polonius, who takes no, he doesn't. Who is sort of flattened by you as you land on him in your scale armor and with your shield and sword held up high.
I'd like to think that maybe I'm still on the floor, but you rebound off my girth and just, you're upright now. Okay.
No.
Oh, or maybe you rebound off my girth and now you're on the floor next to me.
Yeah. So
Okay,
you
can
are
we stop
both
saying
prone on the
girth?
floor.
Because that's...
And I think the shadow does attack Polonius, dealing. Let's see. Yes. Something. Get the dice stream up.
is it cards, maybe? Dealing cards?
Oh, it's fine. It's sort of instead of these teeth, it's now distracted by Cass. It takes out a sort of tendril, and it turns it into a very sharp. Have you seen Terminator 2? The bit where it turns into like a glass, like a sword.
Oh,
and
God.
it
Wait,
sort
is
of
it tendril? Daddy?
and it sort of scratches you around, across your face. And you take 2 damage, and you're sort of bleeding from like there's this scratch right there.
Yeah.
I
say
take 2
daddy.
damage or Polonius does?
No, Polonius does. Yeah.
Yeah, or maybe I hear you say daddy and I go, "Mon, damn it, not now, woman!" Sorry,
Baldric,
how much damage do I take? Sorry?
2,
2.
which is don't forget to deduct your armor from that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, then that's only 1. Lovely.
You guys are prone right now, and there is this shadowy form, or at least these 2 red eyes, trying to murder you. Most definitely, and it's taking, it's gleefully murdering you. It's playing with you. Baldric,
Aha! We shall defeat it with hubris.
it's really dark. If you look down, you can't see much. You can't see anything. These 2 can see a bit because of these burning red eyes. You can't. Hazel, Baldric, what do you do?
Oh, God, this is going to be terrible.
Terrible.
All I have is a short sword, and I
And your
guess,
wits, so we're definitely in
Plunging
danger.
attack?
Yeah.
yeah, it works in Dark Souls. I think I do. I have not seen this thing yet, right? Sort of.
No.
I know that there's a flitting shadow, but I don't know anything yet. I think this is the point where I do have to decide that I am perhaps maybe something of a decent human being.
Well, let's. What's your bardic lore area of expertise again?
Well, that's why it's bestiary of creatures unusual.
Then I mean, I think you would have would have deduced that this is a creature, right? I mean, it's moving. There's
That's what I'm assuming.
shouting.
Yeah.
Then you can use your bardic lore move if you want.
Sure thing. When you first encounter an important creature, location, or item, your call, covered by your bardic lore, you can ask the GM any one question about it. The GM will answer truthfully, and you may then ask what tale, song, or legend I heard that information in. Any one question about it? To be honest, the one I want to ask is, what is its history? Where is it from? But maybe the practical one would be, how is that thing banished?
Well, you know that it is
It isn't.
a shadow. It's literally a shadow. And it's a magical construct that can be defeated by ordinary means.
Okay.
But it's sturdy. It's resilient.
Great.
Isn't that great?
How did you learn of this? What tale or legend or song did you get this from?
Sorry, the first thing that flitted into my mind was Bardic Summer Camp, where we tell scary stories around the campfire, but that's not decent enough.
No, I need real proper fake lore.
Real proper fake lore.
Yeah. Use Dark Souls. Think that you've picked up an item. And what's the item description? What does it say?
Exactly, yeah.
Now, I'm thinking, what did I hear it from? Actually, yes. When I was just at the Bardic University or college or whatever it is. College, that sounds nice. I got bad nightmares, and I believed that that I needed to figure out what it was. So I opened up this book about the dark creatures of the, of like the creatures that live in the dark corners in nooks of attics and down in basements.
What's the book called?
The Descriptor of Dark Creatures Demoniacal.
2016 edition.
Yeah, the recent edited. But yeah, that. And unfortunately, rather than actually give me some rest and help me finish my nightmares, it just started about 20 new ones.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay. Now that you know this, you have this information, you can sort of summon this knowledge up like instantly, right? What do you do?
Sure.
Plunging attack.
Geronimo!
Let's see, do I have any lights? Because I think I should go down there, probably like hesitantly and unwillingly, but I'd go down there. I have no lights whatsoever. I have a short sword.
I think the question you need to answer is what your mother would ask you. If all your friends jump down a well, would you too?
You're right, screw these people.
Peer pressure. Come on, man, it's fun.
All right, I need a decision now.
I'm going to do the only thing that I have any skill in doing. I grab my songbook written in a forgotten tongue, and I will just recite what I assume to be a hymn. I'm hoping to be to some good god, and I just sort of slide down while going, all things bright and beautiful.
Okay. You just want to go down, right?
I'm gonna go down and try to, help my friends with the only thing I can do.
Then, you know what? Why don't you use
Robo-Jaxus.
Robo-Jaxus!
My voice is a glorious computer. How about this?
That's perfect. Okay, I needed to roll Defy Danger. I
No,
assume.
no. Let's have you use your arcane art. You can, choose what you want to do. You are, sliding down gloriously. Let's do that first, and then roll. You're using your magic.
Okay, so my arcane art. Let's see. In that case, I could heal. I could. Let's see. Choose an ally and an effect. Can I choose an ally even though I don't? I mean, I know that they're there. I just can't see them, so I don't know how that works.
That doesn't matter. It's magic.
Okay.
What was it?
In that case, I only met the person just now, but somebody with a what do you have? A halberd, Kaz?
Yes. No, longsword.
Somebody with a longsword and a big plate of armor. I'll put my faith in that attacking thing. So I think I'll go for the arcane art, weave my performance into a spell to give you plus 1d4 forward to damage.
Yeah, okay. So the next attack you do, Cass, you roll your damage die plus 1d4. Okay, Hazel. At the same time, as Baldric is sliding down, gloriously singing something that you can't understand in a language long forgotten. What do you do?
So they've all disappeared down the dark well.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
I'm afraid, my friends, that is a 6.
What?
Oh, I think you weren't rolling yet, right? Attacking? Or?
No, not yet. No, not yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
Okay, so I softly pull on the rope. Is anybody still on the rope?
I think you just felt Baldric let go of the rope.
Okay. Then I will reel it in halfway, just to make sure that
Okay.
and then I'll shout down, "Are you guys okay? What's happening down there?"
I think, okay, you guys hear this. Cass, what do? You're lying on the floor. There's a shadow looming over Polonius. And the only thing you see is 2 red eyes.
Oh, let's see here.
You do feel invigorated from Baldric's chants or songs or whatever it is that he's been weaving into a spell.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Every eye of a tiger.
Can I call upon Cthulhu to give me strength?
Let's scroll down to your paladin screen. Let's see. You can call on Cthulhu for a moment, and then you can ask what here is evil. But I think you already know what here is evil. Let's see. You have I am the law, which is for NPCs and not adversaries. And I don't think the quest applies here as well either. So that basically gives you access to the basic moves on page 1, which is fight, shoot, roll out of the way, defend someone else, spout lore about something, discern realities, which is hard to do when it's pitch black. You can parlay, but not with a shadow, I guess. And you can aid or interfere.
I will, I guess I'll do a hack and slash.
All right. So you are sort of you're lying on the floor on the ground, but you can sort of get up because the shadow is obviously distracted. So yeah, roll a hack and slash. So that's 2d6 plus your strength bonus.
2d6 plus strength.
Is that just for an attack immediately?
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's also the plus 1d4, I think, right?
No, that's the damage.
For the damage.
Ah, that's just purely the damage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a 10.
Amazing. Yeah, you hit
Nice.
your target. You hit your enemy.
Mhm.
You got a choice now. You may choose to do an additional d6 damage, but then expose yourself to the enemy's attack, or you can just deal your damage. The standard
I
damage.
will deal my damage.
All right. So it's your damage die is a d10, I think. It's on the
I can't
first
hear
page
you
there.
breaking up.
Oh.
Not for me, by the way, but it is a d10. Yeah.
Yeah, D10.
Okay, so I roll a d10, and do I
And then add
anything in?
add a d4 because of Baldric's
Everybody was kung fu
Arcane
fighting.
art.
Alright, my d10 is a 4, and my d4 is a 2.
So that's 6 total.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky
All
music kicks in.
So let's see, yeah, you managed to slice off part of its part of a sort of shadowy tendril. I imagine you feel some resistance, and you don't hear the shouts of Baldric or Polonius. So you definitely hit your mark.
I have something.
And you hear something land on the ground with a soft thud.
We're murdering a baby, aren't we?
Let's see.
No!
Polonius, you are directly underneath these two burning eyes, and you have the distinct feeling that it's trying to claw at your innards.
So many things want my innards. It's not like deterred at all by.
No,
No, okay.
this is minor damage.
Okay,
Robojexes.
Roboject. Oh, I mean, I guess that the only thing I really can do is attempt to defy danger. I'll do my second signature move, which is I'll do the Constitution one, where huddle up into a ball, adopt the I'm on the ropes, defensive.
Yeah, and hope your chainmail takes the brunt of it, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, yeah.
Great.
So defy danger by enduring. Roll.
8.
Okay. Do you have adventuring gear?
I think so. Let me just
I think
quickly
I think the
I do, yes.
yeah, I think the claws sort of scratch at your backpack, and it rips open, it tears open a piece of it, and stuff falls out. There's a pan that falls on the floor, and maybe a tinderbox. So mark off 2 uses of your adventuring gear, and note that there's a pan on the floor in the tinderbox.
Oh, so we could make a fire.
Hint, hint.
But you've endured, so you get to do something.
Cool. Can I use this opportunity to discern realities? Because I want to try and find where my talisman is.
Yes, you can.
I shall then do that.
I'm imagining that cat crying is exactly what we're hearing in the well.
No. That's on my side.
Right. Oof. It's my wisdom, yes?
Wisdom, yes.
And my wisdom is 2. That's 6. No, I don't think so.
Get the mark XP though. I think as you're trying to sort of fumble around for your talisman, you notice that where you heard that thud, there's 2 more glowing red eyes crawling towards you.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, sweet baby more.
Baldric, you see absolutely fuck all.
Why am I here? Okay, but I do hear noises, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking
Okay.
Polonius
Yeah.
is making some sounds.
Yeah, like sweet baby
I
one.
imagine Cass lets out a cry, a sort of war cry when she hacks into something.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can speak frankly to someone, but that's not really.
So what are you feeling right now?
Yeah, exactly. How can I get you to get the hell out of here? Of course. Whom do you serve? Actually, can I ask that? Can I ask that of the shadow? It says you can ask their player, so it suggests that it's player character only.
No, it's you can do that to an NPC, definitely. Let's see. Let's I need to scroll up a bit. Sorry.
Six in that case, I'm just
Oh,
gonna.
yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, you can speak frank with a shadow. Of course you can.
The reason why he's suddenly saying yes is because he read the second part. They may then ask you a question.
In the abyss. He's staring into the abyss. Something.
Yeah, I'm doing the best imitation I can of somebody who's actually confident and knows what they're doing. So I'm trying to just do sort of an uncomfortable Gandalf as I'm holding my psalm book and just go, "Whom do you serve?" Just shouting it out in the darkness, hoping that I will intimidate him.
You see the two red eyes that are sort of crawling. Well, you don't see them. But you do now. They sort of turn around. And what you hear is a sort of icy, raspy voice going, "Death."
Okay, not
Of
good,
course.
not good, not good.
And then it asks you, "How can I get you to die?"
Wow, and I have to answer truthfully. How can I get you to die? I suppose the most truthful answer would be attacking me would be a good start.
And it does. No, if that's your answer. Then.
No. I need a more serious answer. I suppose his sort of deeper fear would be, if you tear up my jugular, I die pretty quick. Sort of saying that crying like, why am I telling you this?
It advances towards you, definitely, and you notice these sharp sort of blade-like tendrils coming towards you as it advances. Hazel, you hear Baldric shout out, "Why don't you just tear up my jugular?"
I want to grab another torch and light it, and then tie it to the end of the rope, and then lower the rope again into the into the well, so that they get some light from above.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go all the way.
Very cool. Consider it done. Yes.
Just calmly going there. Oh, that's a nice chandelier. Yeah.
Is there any follow-up to that, Hazel?
So do I see these shadows?
Yeah, I think you see Baldric standing directly beneath the torch, right? As he's sort of holding his hand out to a black, shadowy mass that is advancing towards him with its arms, quote-unquote arms, stretched out and these blade-like things protruding from it, trying to grab at his jugular. Yes.
Maybe I should shoot an arrow into that shadow.
Oh,
Just-
really?
Why don't you roll a volley?
Oh, look, it's a 13.
You decide to put Baldric out of his misery.
Yeah, that's 13. Yeah.
And as a 3 for damage.
3 damage. Okay. Yeah, your arrow bounces off this form,
Curses.
but it's distracted. Definitely distracted as it looks up, and so sort of shrinks away from the direct light of the torch shining into its eyes. Cass.
The tinderbox still on the ground?
Yes, and I think but you can see it now by the light of the torch.
Then I think it would be a good idea for me to get that.
You could, but there's light now. You can see there's sort of dim light bouncing around from the walls, and so there's.
Yes, but it shrank away from the light, so clearly we need.
Yeah,
light.
sure, yeah, no, yeah, you can grab the tinderbox. I mean, the one shadow is clearly focused on eating Polonius. The other one is definitely busy trying to drink from Baldric's jugular. So yeah, if you want to grab the tinderbox, then absolutely you can do so unopposed.
Then I believe I will do that and use it.
All right. You have a small flame.
Okay, then I will probably brandish that in front of me.
And you want to shove it into a shadow's face?
Yes,
Flame
I
of
will attempt to
doom.
drive.
I think this.
The shadow figure backwards.
I think that I'd count this as an attack, as a hack and slash, as you sort of using the fire to drive off the shadow, right? Am I
Yes.
interpreting this correctly? Yes. All right. So then roll a hack and slash move.
Which is 2d6. 10. Why do I keep rolling 10s?
Nice.
Just don't complain. Keep doing
roll
it.
Roll your damage die for me. Roll a d10.
9.
Ooh. Sweet.
Nice.
That is pretty good.
Yeah. I think what happens is you have this sort of this fire in your hand, right? There's this bit of tinder and it's burning brightly, and I think you just shove it straight into this shadow's eyes as it advances on Polonius, and you hear a very high-pitched shriek emitting from this creature as it sort of just burns to a cinder. You can just push a hand straight through it, and as you push, the shadow is sort of burned away entirely until it's just gone, and you hear a slight at the end here.
Really?
But we still have one to deal with, correct?
And there's one advancing on
Robojaxers!
There is one advancing on Baldric right now. I think Polonius, you've witnessed Cass save you from certain death. What do you do now?
Well, I mean, can I, because there's now a light in the room, might I be able to see my talisman?
Yes.
Okie doke. I would like to retrieve it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I still act as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'll scramble over to my talisman, clutch it in my hands, and I will turn around, and I would like to bless Cass.
Nice.
Bless Cass. Okay.
Yes.
What does bless do?
Your deity smiles upon a combatant of your choice. They take +1 ongoing so long as battle continues, and they stand and fight.
Nice.
While this spell is ongoing, you take -1 to cast a spell.
Okay. So +1 ongoing, Cass, means that you from now on have a +1 on all the die rolls that you have.
Yay!
Nice.
Until the end of the spell or until the end of battle.
Mm-hmm. As long as battle continues and they stand
Yeah.
and fight, so don't start running.
Okay. Baldric, I think it's time for you to dodge as this shadow tries to sweep at your jugular.
Oh god.
Or you can choose to do something else, of course. But
I think I want to avoid harm. So I'm assuming defy danger, getting out of way, acting quickly, or I can endure maybe. What is the best? What can I do? Wait a minute. Using charm and social grace? I doubt that would be relevant, but if...
that's not relevant in this situation.
Excuse me, sir.
That would be relevant for instance, if a guard approaches you trying to arrest you and you're trying to talk your way out of it. for instance.
I dare say, Mr. Shadow, this is rather uncouth,
It's,
sir.
indeed, this is not quite. No. I
This is
could
not cricket.
do. Can I get around with quick thinking, like trying to, knock something in its path and then sort of dive away, or throw something at it I see around me and sort of
What
try
do
and do
you want to throw in his way? Would you have?
that?
Here's your
Let-
songbook.
yeah, but it's my special little song. But I'll throw my bow at it because that's
Do you
how
have that in
functional
your
I am.
hands? Do you have that in your hand?
No, I don't have it in my hands. You're right, so that wouldn't
You had
work.
your short sword in your hands, didn't you?
I must have put it away because I was holding my songbook earlier while climbing down.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can rule you can sort of have that
Nah.
sword in your hand, though. It's
It
fine.
makes more sense to just do dex and try and get out, just dive away, which means that for me it is now a 2d6. Oh god!
That's
Nine.
a 9. All right, cool.
Bam!
Yeah, you dive out of the way, and as you land somewhere in the cavern, you sort of roll back and get back on your feet. You notice that your sword, which you had sort of strapped in your belt for easy access, is now lying on the ground where you previously were.
Okay, I do one of those, grab for the sword, and sort of scramble back.
Hazel, you notice that Baldric is out of harm's way. You have a clear shot if you want to take it.
Of course.
Or you can do something else. I mean,
No, I fail.
wait, that's a 7, right?
Oh, right, yeah, I have a +2.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
So you deal your damage, but you choose one. You have to move to get the shot, placing you in danger of the GM's choice. You have to take what you can get, minus 1d6 damage, or you have to take several shots, reducing your ammo by 1.
Okay, I think by now Hazel is in full panic mode, like he was the previous session. So we'll just fire arrow after arrow.
All right, yeah.
And I'll mark.
So mark down one ammo, and that's 7 damage, right? Okay. Let's see, that one's definitely dead. Right, yeah, your arrow hits the mark, and it's this one is sort of protruding from a tendril somewhere. It's still sort of sticking in there, and the creature sort of rages, looks up, looks back into the torch, and shrinks back again in from fear of the flame. Cass, what do you
Yes.
do?
Has my tinderbox light been extinguished by defeating the other?
Let me roll for that. Yes, it has.
Okay. I believe that I would attempt to grab the torch at this point, then.
Torch is suspended about 3 meters in the well.
Hazel.
So helpful.
Hey, I gave you light. Always complaining.
Can you give it to me a little more? Can you lower the light down?
It's just, I gave you light. That's the first thing most deities do.
Exactly. Can I lower the torch?
Yeah, can I ask
further?
Hazel to bring the light further down?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, then I'll just.
Do note, Cass, that there's a shadow in between you and the torch.
Of course there is.
Why wouldn't
I'm
there be?
not lowering it so low that the shadow can reach the torch. Just
No, but we can sort of should Cass manage to get to torch, you can sort of work together and lower it and put it in her hands. That's no problem at all. I'm a benevolent dungeon overlord.
Lies.
Really?
Lies.
let's see. I have a longsword and a shield. Could I use the shield to help reflect the light?
Oh, Zelda style.
Definitely. I think you are defying danger by quick thinking. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a 2d6 plus your int modifier.
Alright, I have to check which one that is. I can't remember off the top of my head at the moment. Which is a... -1. Okay, so that is...
It's an 8?
Yeah, I put an 8 for the...
Yeah. On a 7 to 9, you stumble, hesitate, or flinch. The GM will offer you a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice. You need to... I think you can reflect the light, but you need to come really, really close to the shadow. And so it's your choice.
I shall do that.
All right. It swipes at you.
Bravery.
And it deals... Where is the... oh, here it is. Zip. It deals 5 damage to you as it swipes its claws across your chest. So it's 5 minus your armor value, which I think is 3, so it's only 2 damage to take.
Okay, so I'm at 20 at the moment.
Polonius, the shadow is distracted. It's in close combat with the holy Bethulian paladin.
As you do. Remind me, have you taken any damage, Cass?
Yes, I just did.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
I'm at 20.
Alright. Okay, well that's not all that bad. So, I think...
Actually, wait, did you roll an 8?
Yes.
So you took, you get a +1 from Polonius.
I counted.
Oh, you counted that one. Okay,
Yes.
okay, no, yeah.
Okay. In that case, I shall unhook my warhammer from my belt, and I shall attempt to whack at it with my warhammer.
All right, go ahead.
Slash 2d6 with strength, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, well, -1. No, that is a 5.
Then you miss, and
I get XP, yes?
you do get XP. You miss your attack, and I get to do something to you. Let's see what that is.
And this is where the sadomasochist in
Yeah.
the DM comes from.
Yes. Let me
I
get my
to do
hanky.
something to you.
Uh,
Let's see. Inspiration: 50 Shades of Grey.
My robes
Yes.
get caught on a brick, revealing my bondage gear hidden underneath.
No, nothing that bad. You miss, and as you sort of swing, your gaze is turned into another direction, and what you see there is a baby crawling towards you. End of sentence. Aldrich, what do you do?
Oh, sweet baby Morn.
So, do I see the baby?
Yeah, sure.
That makes it even worse. Yeah, go on. I'm gonna
Fine,
get killed by a baby.
Wait. I mean, it's like, it's not the baby shadow, isn't it? It's like an actual just baby crawling around there trying to.
Yes, it's a baby crawling towards Polonius.
Is
Okay,
it still
so-
crying?
So I'm doing.
Its cries are less harrowing because it's now seen friendly faces.
I'm doing one of those. I can see the exit. I can see the baby. I can see the exit. I can see the baby. Oh, come on! And I dive to rescue the baby if I can. Just literally run at it and sort of try and scoop it up.
And then want to go back to the rope immediately, or
I think I'm just gonna do one of those dodges, as in roll through, grab it, and just roll on, just to get him out of harm's way.
Yeah. Okay. So then defy danger. Yeah.
Which is Dex
Dexterously.
probably, right? Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, it is.
Yeah, I have to. It is clearly, let's see, 2d6. Okay, goodbye, cruel world. 7. Okay, that's, I think, the absolute minimum for
Yeah.
Oh, don't you
Just
start
going
complaining
to
too.
collate these. Let's see.
What worst thing can I think of? How can I make them all cry?
I think you sort of imagine yourself to be the hero in this tale, so you try to do a sort of combat roll and then try to get back up as you sort of dive over the baby.
I try to be
and
awesome.
So what happens is you sort of dive over the baby.
Texas.
Ow.
You belly flop onto the baby.
Kitty. Wow, that is harsh. Of course you're hiding from the camera.
So you sort of dive over the baby, right? And you grab it with both hands, and you sort of roll back up. Don't worry, it's fine. You made it. It's a 7, and you roll back up, and then you sort of, instead of getting back on your feet and sort of ready to run away, you sort of smash your head into a wall. And you're sort of dazed on the ground, right? But success. You have a baby in your hands now.
Just literally lying there like,
You also have a concussion.
God!
Congratulations, it's a boy. Oh, I don't know, is it?
Let's see. Cass. The shadow is engaged with you. It's trying to attack you. You're trying to fend it off. If you don't do something, it's going to damage you. So what do you do? What do you want to do?
I suppose I will make a jump for the torch.
Okay, so you dive out of harm's way. You roll a defy danger dexterity check.
Okay. With dex, yes, a 0. And then the +1 for that, so I have a 12.
All right, yeah, definitely. As it sort of swipes at you, you manage to sort of bash it out of the way with your shield, and you dive straight for the sword, so the torch. I imagine you're dropping your sword to pick up the torch.
Yes.
Okay, so and you're back on your feet with holding the torch and sort of holding the shadow at bay. What do you want to do with the torch?
Just the only actual competent person in a combat right now.
That's what I said. You know, at the beginning when you were making the character, it was like, make somebody who's good. Do that, and we're all right. The rest of us will provide the comedic value. You do the work.
It's literally just.
I will shove the torch at the shadow creature, which would be a hack and slash, correct?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
So I still get my plus because of that. And that, what, do I add any other modifier to that?
Your strength modifier and the +1 from the bless that you still have.
Alright, so that would be 2 total for that, and then I have an 11.
All right, amazing. Yeah, deal your damage die. That's a D10.
Okay. Also with a +1, correct?
No.
The blessing?
No, the blessing is only
Just
on
for regular.
rolls. Yeah, on skill checks.
It is a 2.
All right. That's fine. Yeah, you manage to swipe at it and you hit one of its sort of tendrils, which burn up instantly as it also shrinks back from you. You're quite well achieving or succeeding in keeping it at bay. Hazel, you definitely have a good view of this shadow now, and you see Cass fighting it with a torch.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Can I maneuver the rope to close where Baldric is, so that he can grab onto it and get away?
I think Baldric is further into the cavern. Really, I don't think you can.
Okay.
I don't think you can see what's happening down there.
Okay.
You have full view of Cass and the shadow, basically, as you sort of peer down in this circular.
Well, then it'll be a volley.
Right.
Yeah, that's a 7.
All right. So yeah, you have a choice to make again.
Oh dear. Okay. Hazel will move, and will be placed in danger.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're having difficulty aiming, right? It's difficult to shoot the shadow and not Cass, and you sort of you're a halfling, so it's pretty hard to peer over and shoot. So you climb on top of the wall, and you deal your damage.
So that's 9 damage.
God. All right. Yes. This one hits the face like straight on, and the arrow is sort of like pierced through, right? And as you sort of cheer yourself on, you lose your footing. Give me a defy danger dexterity check.
Oh boy.
This is when you fall 10 meters down the well and die.
Break your neck. Been away from combat the entire time. Bam.
Yeah, he's the one that dies.
That's an 8.
All right. So yeah, you slip and you manage to grab hold of the rope, but not it's the rope is sort of slipping through your hands, right? And the rope burns into your hand. And it deals you a whopping 1 damage.
Okay.
But you're sort of dangling from the rope now, quite safe-ish, about 8 meters, about 8 meters from the ground or something like that, 7 meters. Let's see, Polonius.
Is this thing still kicking?
This thing is definitely still kicking, yes.
Okay.
But it's reduced in size. It's not as menacing as it once was.
Okay. I'm just. I mean, the only thing I think I really can do is. How much damage have you taken, Cass? Is it still?
I'm still at 20 health.
Yeah. Okay. So you're still fine. So I don't want to waste my heal. Let's go for the old farm XP. We'll go for the RuneScape strat of just let the thing hit you and level up passively.
Mutilate
Roll,
bodies.
roll your hack and slash, I guess.
Cutting out the only time I want to fail. When I bloody hit the thing, of course. Yeah, that's 11.
11. Okay, deal your damage.
I think that is a D.
Did you take the? Oh, doesn't matter. The -1 ongoing for the bless.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's minus
It's
2
still a 10,
actually.
yeah.
But
Is it?
yeah, I think it's minus 2. Yeah, but I think it only applies to casting a spell.
Let's see.
Oh no, it is -1, but it does. It's cast a spell. I
As
think.
though we weren't doing badly enough already.
Yeah, well, it's all right. It's still a 10, so that's fine.
All right, yeah. Go roll your damage. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that is a D6. 1. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a glancing
alright.
hit, right? The creature sort of just tanks it with its arm. It doesn't do much.
Mm-hmm.
Baldric, you're lying on the ground. There's a baby in your arms. It's sort of it's not relaxed there, but it's also not actively trying to free itself from your clutches, so to speak. What do you want to do?
I'm going to go American football style. Just grab that baby and run towards a rope.
All right, yeah, sure.
And just for comedic value, I'm going to be charming and open with him and just say, "How can I get you to stop crying?"
Baby just looks at you and smiles, it giggles,
Okay, I'll
and
go.
it stops crying.
"Aw."
Well, why can't it
yeah,
spit up on him? It should spit up on him. That would be more realistic.
Yeah.
It smiles and then just pees. Just
It
projectile.
smiles and turns into a horrible demon and eats you. No.
Now that would be realistic.
Roll
So no,
dodge, baby.
I think the Cass and Polonius successfully managed to sort of keep the shadow from doing anything besides attacking them or being
No,
engaged with them.
Cass has managed to keep the shadow.
So yeah, you are near the rope. Unfortunately, the rope hasn't been lowered.
Okay, I'm just literally. I sort of have the baby against me. I'm going to do one of those jumps, like lower the damn rope.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't Hazel's weight on the rope sort of pulls it down again?
Nah.
You're a little halfling.
But we can switch to Hazel now, who's dangling from that rope. What do you do?
So if Baldric is below and trying to grab the
literally.
rope, then I will try to I don't know, use my feet against the wall to sort of pull the rope back into the well.
No, you are correct. I mean, you just pulled up the rope. You didn't tie it, right? So
No,
your
I
weight,
just
your
pulled
weight
it up.
would have, yeah, definitely. No, it would have lowered the rope. Let's just retcon this. You can reach the rope, Baldric. My bad.
Okay, I'm grabbing the rope, doing the whole, just throwing the rope over a foot and putting the other foot on it, and sort of like, kind of like tugging it, like go, pull me up.
All right, Hazel.
Just starts shaking around.
Yeah, Hazel is now shaking around. You feel this tug on the rope. What do you do? Oh God, you idiot!
I would motion for a defy danger check.
It depends on how wildly Baldric is pulling and tugging at this.
Oh, come
rope.
on. A legitimate opportunity for Baldric to GTFO.
All right. Hazel, do a defy danger. This wouldn't be dexterity. This would be strength, right? Holding on.
I'm going for the comedic value here.
So let's do a strength check for this. Let's switch things up.
Oh, that's a 5.
Oh no!
Hey, on the bright side, you get the mark XP though.
Exactly. In the long run, Hazel, I'm helping you out.
As you plummet down, you feel that you've learned something.
I certainly did.
And let's Baldric. Why don't you roll a defy danger dexterity check?
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm not going to ask the question which I could have asked. I will hold on to the baby and try to dodge carefully. Okay. Oh, God.
You have no points in Dex?
Nope. So that's a 5.
Okay.
Mark XP.
Down the baby.
He's holding on to it. No, he's holding on to it, right? You are sort of holding the baby, right?
I was holding on to the baby.
Let's not worry about the baby yet, then. I
No,
think.
wait, can I just do like I put the baby like that, so like sort of the baby's just out of reach as I. So you
Sure,
just have two
Baldric
hands
is
and a
pancaked.
baby like that. Just
Okay. You were about 7 meters up, I think.
You had a lovely squishy baldrick to break your fall.
So, yeah, but it still hurts though, right?
Yeah.
I think, Hazel, you take 5 damage. And
Ouch.
Baldric, you take 2 damage.
Oh,
As this halfling falls on top of you, and you...
halfling. Oh god, thank you.
As, yeah, I can't even describe this. There's an idiot trying to shake at the rope, and then all of a sudden a tiny person falls down flat on his face. I think you're both prone on the ground, and for some reason, let's roll a d20 for me, please.
1d20, of course. Let's clear that.
20!
Okay, yeah. We are going to use the inverted system where a 20 is a 1, so you typically fit now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the baby miraculously is still sort of like as you fall down, you're holding the baby like this, just like an inch above the ground,
Like,
right?
As in, I get hit, the baby flips, jumps a little bit and lands in my hands
Yeah.
again, and the baby's just like, ha, ha, ha.
Oh, the baby loves it. You know,
baby
it's like
loves
when
it,
you're
yeah.
tossing you throw the baby up and then catch it again. You're playing with it. That's what it thinks is going on. Dude.
Definitely. Oh god, Cass, please kill the shadow now.
See now, Cass. Imagine you not being here, and this is basically what happened last week.
I'm aware. I was here. I watched.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to finish this by attacking the shadow creature with my torch that I'm still holding.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 9 for hack and slash,
All right, deal your damage.
and that is also a 9.
All right, as you slice into.
Whoa!
That's a phone
Sorry.
somewhere. That's
Oh.
fine.
Sorry.
As you bash into this shadow, at simultaneously it sort of crosses you across the chest. So you take 4 damage, minus your 3 armor, so
Okay.
that's 1. And this shadow just burns away to a cinder.
Good. Finally.
So this
I'm
was
at
the last of the
19.
shadows?
This was the last of the shadows. Yeah, congratulations, guys. You managed to not fuck this up completely.
Not completely, but
With
pretty
style.
badly
I
anyway.
mean, you managed to. I don't know what happened.
This isn't flying.
I'm
it's
lying there with
falling
the baby.
style.
Lying there with a baby just going, I'm gonna need a Tempur-Pedic massage bed.
Right. So the shadow's gone now. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think at that point I would, walk over to Hazel and Baldric. Imagine Hazel, you
And
sort of
just
like.
the baby. Like,
Yeah. Imagine Hazel, you sort of rolled off and you're sort of trying to get up. I'd offer a hand to Baldric to, try and get him up. And as I do, my hands glow like a soft yellow, and I want to use Cure Light Wounds as I'm sort of helping him.
I kind of want to imagine that as the yellow of a liver patient, just that slightly sickly yellow.
Yeah, like antiseptic yellow. Yeah.
I cast a spell with 2d6.
Robo-Jaxus.
Oh god. How about this?
That's good.
All right, roll your spell with 2d6 plus your wisdom modifier. minus the one. Actually, combat ended, so
Yeah.
the bless is no longer in place.
It's a 7.
Okay, so you have a choice to make.
Another
Kill the
shadow.
baby or kill
You
by
draw
Roderick.
unwelcome attention to yourself or put yourself in a spot. Your casting distances you from your deity. Take -1 ongoing to cast a spell until the next time you commune, or after you cast it, the spell is revoked by your deity.
I'll take the -1 because I have no more spells. I've used them all.
No, but you can continue using them, right? There's no spell slots.
Nope.
No, there is. It's after you cast it, the spell is revoked by your deity. You cannot cast
Oh,
the spell
right,
again
okay.
until you commune and have it granted to you.
Oh, is the
depends
cleric
on-
different from the wizard?
I guess it is.
No, that's a chance. So when you you cast it and it doesn't lose it, but if you have a 7 to 9, then you get to choose either draw unwelcome attention or distance from deity or lose the spell. If you don't choose lose the spell, you still have them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I hear the sound of minds being blown.
Well, like imagine it's like this. On a 10 plus, you just succeed at what you're doing.
Oh,
And you
okay.
get to recast the spell. On a 7 to 9, you succeed at what you're doing, and then there's
okay.
a consequence to it sort of failing.
So,
But as long as you pick, as long as the spells are not revoked, there's no. You can keep on casting.
I thought it was a thing. So I could have just casted light this entire time.
Yes, I was wondering why you wouldn't.
I thought I'd used it. That's what I was reading. Oh god.
We all learned something today.
Well,
Yeah.
this is my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't
Okay.
explain this.
No, it's my bad. Then that's my job to read the actual character sheet. No. Okay.
No. This is brilliant.
Yeah. So maybe what happens is, I cast the spell, I help Baldric back to his feet, and I sort of sigh a bit like, job well done, lads, and I clutch my talisman, and it just starts glowing again, and I'm like, oh, huh.
All right, cool. I think Baldric heals a D8 damage, right?
Yes. Do I
yeah.
roll that, or does he roll that?
I don't care.
I'll roll it. 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
well,
okay.
Oh yeah,
Cool,
actually, I lost 2 hit points and now I gained 2 hit points.
There
All
we
right,
go.
cool. So yeah, there's a giggling baby in your arms, Baldric. How does that make you feel?
So did we tie the rope?
It was tied to the well.
It was
No
a
worries.
tree.
Okay.
It was tied to a tree.
Tied to a tree. Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking at this baby. I'm looking up. Look at the baby. Look up again. Just a little bit too long and a little bit too often. Like, then look at everyone and go, how did this baby get here alive? Anyone?
Good question.
Very good question. In this, at the bottom of this well, are there any paths leading off from it? Are there any?
I don't know. Why didn't you discern realities?
Why don't I discern some realities? Let me do that. 7.
Okay, you get to ask me, I think, one question from that
One
list.
question. Okie dokie. Let me have fun with the list.
Good options.
What? Yeah. What here is not what it appears to be.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is some sort of cavernous area, right? And there's paths everywhere, basically. But I think in the immediate vicinity, you notice that there's a boarded up piece of wall.
Okay. I would, I'd like to approach said wall and, inspect it further.
Yeah, it's it's badly boarded up. You can see that there's something behind it, an opening, but you can't. Actually, you do have light, right?
I still do.
I think you can sort of shine it through. You can sort of shine it through the boards, and you notice there's some glint, some reflections behind it, like a couple of meters into the whatchamacallit opening.
How can I maybe discern how recently this was boarded up? Was it has this been here for a long time? Is the wood all rotted and damp?
It looks like it's been there for a time. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll call out and say, well, I guess we have 2 options. We either press onwards, or we can retreat. We have, accomplished our objective. We have saved the infant. It seems to be in good spirits, unharmed. But I don't know about you, but I'd like to find out where these things are coming from. And make sure they stop coming from there.
Well, now that we realize you still have light,
Yes,
I'm going to
quite.
suggest that we also continue forward.
To be honest, I kind of want you to just have that amulet just shake it like a
Yeah.
a flashlight that just is slightly broken and suddenly it's like
Yeah, the batteries are running out. I have to sort of whack it with the palm
There.
of my hand.
there we go.
Shouldn't we make sure that the baby is returned to safety first?
We don't have anywhere to take it, though.
Yeah, but we can climb up. Should we take the baby with us when we go exploring?
I look down to the baby and just look into its eyes and go, "Whom do you serve?"
Really? All right.
It pukes
Yep.
in your face.
It just looks at you and it blinks and it smiles at you.
What question does it ask in return?
Cute little goosey. Who's a wallet?
And you feel this sort of
Vaynen, I'm the only woman here, so I might have to take up that.
The role of witness.
I think Baldric, I mean obviously the baby can't talk, but you feel the need to tell the baby what you're feeling right now.
I can just imagine, how can I get you to give me milk?
Oh, sweet God.
What am I really feeling right now?
Yeah, this baby is looking straight into your eyes, your very soul, and it's smiling.
This is Baldric's latent parental instincts kicking in.
No, I suppose I'll answer in a way that a baby could understand, going just, "Are you kind of cute, aren't you? Who's a little boy? Who's a... Ah, look at you. Look
That's
at
what.
you."
What gender is it? Do we
I
can
don't
we
know.
tell? Like,
Oh yeah, of course you can
Well,
tell.
you can
well,
check.
I mean, obviously it's the obvious method, but I'm saying like just from outward appearance.
Look, Polonius, you tell me what kind of gender it is.
I'd say it was a boy. You know, if it's
Alright.
quite young,
It's a boy. Sure. It's canon now.
cool.
Sure, it's a little boy.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll just sort of do that and sort of start ignoring everybody else while I'm playing peekaboo with it. Just
All right. Well,
So it's up to the three of you to decide what
so
happens
in,
next.
in response to Hazel's questions, I say, well, little Tyke seems to be rather taken to you, Baldric. Perhaps you could escort it out of here, and the three of us could continue rooting out this evil.
I'm doing. Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Vaynen, good point. Baldric, what are you gonna call this baby boy?
No. No. No.
I think I know.
No.
Hold
This is
on.
your one chance.
within the sort of established canon of the world that we have right now, the names that you sort of
Vaynen.
know.
No. I'm gonna have to. Oh God, I'm trying to find something.
I hate you so much.
How about Leonidas?
No. I'm trying to find.
I think it
Yes!
starts with an A.
No. I shall call this baby Stormageddon, Dark Lord of all.
Yes!
Stormageddon. All right.
Yeah.
Because you speak baby.
Exactly. It's what he would like to be called himself.
All right. Cool. Okay.
And you should respect his life choices.
Exactly.
Okay.
Probably read about
Stormageddon, Dark Lord
babies
of
in
all it is.
Dark Beasts book that you.
This is also why you shouldn't let a bard name babies.
Yeah. Right.
Grand names.
I think Polonius, you do realize that the bits behind the boarded up wall, that's just a sort of like an opening, but it doesn't lead anywhere. There's just something behind the wall, and it sort of ends there, right? It's like a what do you call that?
Like a grate. like a sewer? I don't know.
No, it's just like you have the wall and
An
that's
alcove?
sort of an alcove. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hmm.
It's like vocabularies, right? It's don't have. Never mind.
Yeah.
Continue.
And there's not. I can't. Not through this border. I can't spy if there's anything inside the alcove.
Well, there's something glintering behind it.
No, I can.
Like the
Something
board.
glinstering behind boards.
Yeah.
Hazel is breaking down that wall.
all right.
Yeah, maybe I say that. Maybe I say,
What do you?
there
what do you-
appears to be something shiny, perhaps valuable behind this.
Get out of my way! So what do you use to open up this get rid of the boards?
Well,
Are
look,
the-
I have
are the
this
boards-
crowbar in my backpack.
No, but are the boards rotted?
No, not necessarily. No.
Okay, yeah, then indeed something like a crowbar or something to
All right.
mark
So
off the-
mark off a use of your gear, and be sure to write down that you now have a crowbar.
Do we actually have space to? Oh yeah.
I think so. Next to the gear.
Yeah, next to the gear.
So I'll write down Stormageddon, Dark Lord of all.
Oh, don't worry, I have it written
Under
down.
gear?
Yeah. Here's an
It's
accessory.
in Baldric's inventory. The baby is in Baldric's inventory.
Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it.
I would like to draw forth my baby.
Look, I'm just considering the fact that I now have a third weapon on me.
No. No, but you can use you use the crowbar to break away the boards. You can do that, no problem. And as you break it away, there's some sort of stash of items, right? Yeah, you can have a look at it. You can
Baby
see what it is.
wipes and formula and.
If you sort of want to figure out what it is or what it was, then a spout lore check would be appropriate. If you don't care, then you just grab what you can and get out.
No, let's do a spout lore.
Right. That's a 2d6 plus your intelligence, and it's basically it says. Guys, I don't think we've done this before.
No,
did
we
we?
haven't.
No.
So-
When
Maybe
you
give
when
some
you
extra
consult
info?
when you consult your accumulated knowledge about something, roll plus int. On a 10 plus, the GM will tell you something interesting and useful about the subject relevant to your situation. On a 7 to 9, the GM will only tell you something interesting. It's on you to make it useful. The GM might ask you, "How do you know this?" Tell them the truth. We did use it last time with the baby eye, right? Remember?
Oh, did
yes.
we do that
Yeah.
one?
The eye of a child. That wasn't
Oh
baby
yeah.
eye.
How
the
did
eye
you
of a
know
child.
it was the eye of a child?
Yeah, we look down and suddenly storm again. We notice he only has one eye.
So I gather you.
Yeah, so that's a 5 in total.
All right,
I
mark
have-
XP.
Yep.
Yeah, there's loot.
Okay, yeah, just start grabbing it.
Yeah, there's
the copper
there's
Christ. Oh.
I think what you see there's like a chest, right? Like a small size, and it's filled to the brim with coin and like gold goblets and sapphires and
Okay, so an
gemstones,
actual
stuff like
hoard.
that. Like a hoard, yeah. And there's a necklace lying next to the chest, obviously separated from the treasure, right? With a green gemstone inside, and like a sort of leather strap, and it looks quite boring, really. but
Wait.
it's-
Can I use my what here is evil?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Let's see. Do you have to roll for something? I don't know the move.
Although, a paladin of Cthulhu would probably go.
Oh, you can
"You're
just
evil?
you can
Fine."
pray for guidance. You can ask Cthulhu for guidance. Yes, sure.
All right, I will do that. I will ask Cthulhu to guide me
All right.
in this situation.
What here is evil? Let me think. I think you feel the presence of evil past. like there was evil here, and not recently, because that's obvious because you've just vanquished it.
Okay.
But the treasure is sort of like that alcove is surrounded by evil, but that's not to say that the items themselves are evil.
But it's not to say that it isn't either.
It's not evil. Let's just have that out there. The items are
Does the cursed chests of Cortez.
right now, they are for all intents and purposes safe-ish. Right? I mean, there's nothing evil about it in themselves. I mean, like, there's nothing evil about a sword. It can still be used to kill someone. Right? So
Guns don't kill people. People do.
exactly. So there's no malicious intent in these items.
Okay.
I propose we take this treasure with us, and after deducting a reasonable finder's fee, give
What
it
does the
to the
chief
baby
consider a reasonable finder's fee?
to give it a good start in life.
Nice.
I will agree to that.
Sounds like a plan.
Look, so I got you to agree to deduct a finder's fee. Let's just have that out in the open here.
I did question what the thief considered a reasonable finder's fee.
This is true. Hazel?
Okay, no, just we can discuss the specifics later. Let's get out.
I have this contract here.
Right. So you wanna get out? You wanna go up?
Shimmy on up, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. You can do that. There's no dangerous situation below or on top. Yeah, you are. You're up. You're up. You're outside. It's in the middle of the night now. The campfire is still burning. Yeah. What do you want to do? What do you propose? I've been saying it's a baby, but it's like a 7 or 8 month old baby, right? So don't worry about it being like a newborn or whatever. So it does eat stuff,
means
other stuff
nothing
than just
to me.
milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a more advanced version of a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Tis a proto-human.
Leveled up to month 7. Now, when we're
But basically, it means that you can sort of share your rations with it, and it'll do fine.
Little bits of.
But
Let's
when
use
we're around the campfire, I kind of want to just when everyone's sort of sitting there in that sort of odd, quiet moment of that just happened. I just want to go. So first we get zombies, then we get creepy shadows that try to murder us and serve death. What the hell? Anyone? Any idea?
Quite.
Well,
I shall.
Lonius, where did you how did you come from this area? Why did you come here?
We were simply walking down the road. I looked out for a place that we might be able to resupply and reprovision, and this was the only place for miles. I will admit it might, in hindsight, it might have not been the most prudent of decisions, but I mean, we saved a small child and have vanquished evil, so in my books, that's a win.
I just go, yes, Stormageddon. That does sound very suspicious.
Knowing Polonius as I do, I do have to call bullshit.
What I would do is, as we sort of, I'd imagine that we sort of want to, camp for a bit and just wait out the night and maybe go forth during the when the dawn breaks. But I would like to cast guidance.
Okay.
Maybe I'd walk off from the campsite a little bit, maybe stand, because are we inside of the gate or?
Yeah, you're inside the sort of compound.
So I'd like to walk to the gate itself. So I'm standing at the threshold, and I shall bring out my talisman and begin to chant. and I will cast Guidance. And it says, a symbol of your deity appears before you and gestures towards the destination or course of action your deity would have you take, then disappears. The message is through gesture only. Your communication through the spell is severely limited. Basically, I'm trying to get a indication as to whether or not Morn the Stoic would have us leave or would have us stay and investigate further.
Yeah. I think your representation of your holy symbol appears in front of you, right? And I think you're the only one who sees this, really.
Probably, yeah.
And is there like some sort of like an arrow on it, or like a straight line or something?
I think what it might be is it might be like a large goblet full of, a drink of some description.
Right.
And I would have it tip over, like in one direction.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
With the booze just flowing in like a line.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. I think the goblet sort of wobbles a bit, right? And it tips over towards the village that you came from, and the fluids inside that goblet sort of flow there through the air in a sort of holy light.
The moment I see it tip over to the side, I instantly know what Morn is trying to say to me. I bow my head, round up my prayer, amen, and so forth.
Right.
And
could you give me a quick roll on the guidance cast, by the way?
Oh, okay, sure. That's just 2d6, yeah.
Yeah, plus your wisdom. Yeah.
8.
All right. So you need to make a choice.
Okay. Well, if we're going to just camp anyway, I will take the distancing. Maybe that's because I've cast a few spells today. Maybe Morn is like, that's enough. You've had enough of my power.
Right. So it's a -1 ongoing for spell casts.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe I feel that like there's a that chalice tips over, that sort of spell rounds up, and then I feel a distinct cut, and that's my way of knowing like, fair enough. Yeah, I have called upon your strength a lot today.
I just like the idea of a deity going, guidance for this? No, you're cut off. I'm not answering your calls.
Pretty much.
I think this is where we round off the session. Seems
Sounds
like a good 3 hours of gameplay, and a good natural place to stop. Which leaves us with the end of session rewards and stuff. We'll go through this. So I'll read it out again. When you reach the end of a session, choose one of your bonds, that you feel is resolved, completely explored, no longer relevant or otherwise. Ask the player of the character you have the bond with if they agree. If they do, mark XP and write a new bond with whomever you wish. Let's do that first. Let's start with Hazel.
Yeah, I was thinking, so one of my bonds is Baldric has my back when things go wrong. I think we have conclusive evidence that is definitely not the case.
Do you agree, Baldric?
Yeah, I think so. Is
that likely to change?
I don't know. I guess it might change in the future, but
perhaps Stormageddon shall bring out the best.
I think it's very unlikely for it to change within a couple of sessions, right?
Probably not within a couple of sessions.
Yeah. No. Let's finish that one. I'll give you that one. You can mark XP for it.
Cool.
Then Baldric, do you have a bond that you feel is resolved?
Well, I wonder.
Or not relevant at all?
This is often the butt of my jokes. I'll continue writing about the adventure of Hazel. It's not really been happening, but I was thinking, Thelonious Polonius does not trust me, and for good reason. I'm thinking maybe this shows you, a value for trustworthiness.
No, yeah, I'd probably say that. After I'll admit, I did force you more or less, insisted that you go down the hole. But when you were down there, you did, show self-sacrifice in attempting to save that infant. I think, Polonius does consider this sort of, as I has been calling it, this moral debt to the world. I think he considers that resolved. So.
All right, cool. Yeah, mark that off.
Mark it up. That's 1 XP per mark, right?
Yeah, it's just 1 XP for the
Yep.
bond. Cass,
Yes.
do you have any bonds that you feel, or just pick one, that it's no longer valid or that it's completed, can't get any more out of it?
Not at the moment, no.
All right. I wouldn't think so because it's the first session. It's pretty hard to resolve bonds, so that's fine. Polonius.
No, I'd probably say not. I mean, I maybe could make a case that perhaps because I've got one is Hazel is a good and faithful person. I trust them implicitly. Maybe I could argue that that's not the case because he, did raise the rope back up when he thought things were going to die. But I'm not necessarily sure whether or not I noticed that, considering at the time I was being ripped to pieces by a shadow monster.
Yeah,
so.
I don't think you'd even know this.
Yeah.
I think the only person who'd actively know this would be Cass, I think.
Hmm.
With the torch and the
Yes.
light.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, no.
No. So
Right.
in that case, no, I don't.
Okay, cool. Now have a look at your alignment, Hazel. If you fulfilled that alignment at least once this session, mark XP.
Yeah, neutral. Avoid detection or infiltrate a location.
You avoided.
If falling down the well means infiltrating a location, then maybe yes. But
I wouldn't say so this time. I think you didn't avoid detection because you definitely partook in the combat as well. So
yeah.
All right, Baldric.
Well, I think my neutral is avoid a conflict or diffuse a tense situation. Well, tense situation wasn't diffused, but I'm thinking about avoid conflict because I haven't been fighting. I mean, I've given somebody a bonus, but for the rest, I've been fleeing, rolling away from it, trying to ask it a question,
Saving a child.
saving a child. So I've been avoiding conflict.
I don't know what you guys think.
Oh,
Robo-
Robo.
Beep boop beep.
And that usually fixes it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I mean, I'd probably be inclined to say that's. I mean, it would be a very. It's probably the very fringes of interpretation, but I'd say it's probably still valid because he's definitely not been entering into conflict.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Let's mark XP for that. Cass,
Yes.
what's your alignment?
I am good, and endanger yourself to protect someone weaker than you.
Mark XP.
Okay.
I'd have you mark 10 XP, but that we can't do that.
How much XP do I put down?
Just one. Polonius.
Lawful. Endanger yourself following the precepts of your church or god. I Geronimo'd into a black pit. I would think that I could.
I'd mark XP for that. Yeah,
Yep.
sure.
Boom! 8 experience, boys.
Nice.
Nice.
Then, as a group, we answer the following questions. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
There's creepy shadows who serve death.
I think that's pre-established.
Yeah.
That's
Evil
not
things
important.
tend to like.
What could be important, though, is this weird horde that's been hidden here. This
Well,
weird
It's
emanating
kind of weird
evil.
to have a
Isn't that
horde
for
down
later?
the well.
Didn't we loot a memorable treasure? That's sort of where that counts, right?
Yeah, but you also found out that there's been a lingering evil there.
Yeah.
I
So
think
what's
the
that about?
lingering evil is more
Potentially important. I mean, I
That
just
could
think
be
we
important.
just know.
Yeah.
Right? I'll tell you right now. I'll make that important.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough.
That's 8 XP.
No, mark XP. Everyone gets 1 XP for that.
So what do I do? Do I just keep counting up experience?
Keep
now that
counting
I've
up.
made?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's every 8, I imagine.
And did we overcome a notable monster or enemy? Nope. Unfortunately, not. And did we loot a memorable treasure?
Yeah.
Yes.
We
I
looted a
think so,
child.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
but the the chest and the amulet that might that's notable. Sure.
Yeah.
So that's
I think
another
so.
XP
Yep.
for everyone.
I'm also seeing here that if we mark off a bond, we should write a new bond. I
Yes.
can already note one down. I think I'd have to be a new one, but
You can make one up yourself, or if you have an empty one that's not being used before, then you can use that one, and you can do it with whomever you want. You can even use Stormageddon for this, or Cthulhu, or Morn.
Stormageddon would actually be fun. No, I'm thinking about Bond. When we're in trouble, Cass will murder our way out of it.
Yeah. Nice.
Fair enough.
I mean, I probably will. So there we are.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Just a second. Okay, and Hazel, you can just make one up if you have one right now. You can do it now, and otherwise we'll do this for next session.
Yeah, I want to think about it a bit
Sure.
more.
No problem.
So some of us have gained
8 XP.
8
Yeah.
XP.
Yeah. So
What happens?
at the end of the session, or when you have time to camp or whatever, you deduct the amount of XP necessary for a next level. So that's 8, 7 plus your current level. So you deduct that from your current XP, and you go up a level. And when you level up, you choose one of your stats, so strength, dex, con, etc., and increase it by a 1. Now this may change your modifier, and I have a list.
Thresholds?
Let's see. I can find those because they're. No, they're here somewhere. And on top of that, you alter your HP if you've upped your Constitution, and you choose a one advanced move from your class.
Cool.
And as a cleric, I think you also get additional spells, or a spell, but you'd have to look at the commune move. Look up this table. Here it is.
You are granted new spells of your choice whose total levels don't exceed your own.
So
It sounds like this is something we should do in between, because it's going to take a lot of reading, a lot of considering.
yeah. Well, let's just do that off air. We can do it, when we.
Okay.
Start next time.
Yeah. So that's it for me, really.
Cool.
So take it away, Baronic, I guess.
Sure, yeah. That was a lot of fun, I think. Ridiculous, but a lot of fun. So thank you very much, Jexus, for hosting that. As usual, I'm hoping we'll just get together whenever we have the time. So it's sort of, again, it's probably not able to do this as a regular thing, but at the very least a recurring thing whenever you have a moment. So thank you very much, Jexus, for running that. Thank you very much, Fub, Tracy, William, to be playing in this. A lot of fun as well.
No problem. Loved it.
I don't know if anyone has
Thanks,
anything
guys.
to plug.
It was a good time. Yes.
Not really, no.
In that case, I'd like to just thank everyone for watching and for the commentary on the side, no doubt fueling Jexus's evil plans for the next time.
Yeah.
I hope you have a good evening. Hope you have a good week if we don't see you again. And hope to see you in the next stream.
Boy.
Let me switch it over and...
All right.